Hey YouTube, Jasmine here. My hair is crazy. Sorry about that. It's so staticky because of the winter. And this morning, I really just wanted to touch base on an important subject. I know it's a new year, which is exciting, and everybody is getting into shape. And I really want to help you guys start your new year off right. And I would just want to address this. It's toxic people, and it's been a huge thing. In like my life and a lot of people that I know. So I just wanted to share it with you guys today also because I know everybody has a toxic person in their life or they've had toxic people in their life. And I just want to go over that. So the effect of toxic people on your life, it's so significant. Like sometimes, we ignore it or like, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, and I'm going to tell you why. I really just want to give like a different perspective because sometimes it can be so jarring to me, how oblivious some people can be, because I have been there too. And sometimes when people ask like for help, I feel like what they're really saying is like, how do I get them to do what I want? You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you have a toxic person like in your life, you want to change them. Just a little like tidbit about mine. The person that I had is someone that I knew for about 13 years, and I trusted him. And he's like the worst kind of toxic person you'll ever meet. Okay, like let's be 100% real right now. He's the worst toxic person you'll ever meet because you can't tell. There's not a red flag really, and they're the ones that just come out that are there the whole time and they just pop their like little ugly heads and like try to infiltrate your life and your success. And he was one of those people, but it was like his mission to just destroy shit. You know what I mean? Because the thing what you're gonna find is when people are negative and toxic and you're in a really, really, really good place, they're gonna try to tear you down and take it. And understand that. Realize the actions that they're really causing and what they're trying to really do. Because a lot of the time, you're going to be successful. They're going to bring you down. They're going to make you feel like crap. They're not going to care. They're going to be like, oh, that's great. You know what I mean? They're going to try to discourage like your success and everything that you're doing because they can't have that. But it's because they don't take responsibility. And, there's just, there's so many things here. Let's go. Okay. And they want to know, like, how can you get them to do what you want? How can you make it work? Here's the thing. My advice to you on that is to run as far, like, away and as fast as you can. Because you shouldn't have to change anybody. And you shouldn't have to make it work. Because when you put the word make, it's force. So when you make something work, you're forcing it to stay together. And that doesn't work. Because it's force, right? It's not just happening on its own. So when we're forcing people who are negative and who don't want to be put in a situation, they're going to freak out. You don't want to make it work with somebody like that because the problem is you have to make it work. It should just work. If it's meant to be, or if it's a friend, you shouldn't have to like sacrifice your happiness, your respect for yourself, your job, because I know a lot of people have had problems with toxic people ruining things for them. And you don't need these people in your life. And there's two different kinds of toxic people, okay? And the difference is like night and day, guys. Woo. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. When you get too into it, this is what happens. Okay, so there's two different types of toxic people, guys, okay? The difference is, like I was saying, night and day. There's toxic people and non-toxic, as I like to say. It just sounds funny. And people who are toxic and, like I said, cut you down, disrespect you, take your happiness, your accomplishments away from you. They're going to minimize your accomplishments to make them seem like something that you worked so hard on. And they're going to be like, oh, great. And you're just so excited and you're just like, I care about you. Why can't we share this together? And they're not there because they don't care about it. And that's really what it is. They're not just trying to break you down. They're pretty much telling you they don't care with their actions, what they're saying, and what they do. And you really need to release yourself from these people, and toxic people are going to disrespect you, just make you feel like shit, gossip about others. They don't support anything you do, you know. And like I said, the non-toxic people are the ones who usually have a mental thing going on. Like there's anxiety, depression. There's a lot of things that are incorporated into this, and they could be just venting it out towards you and reflecting how they're feeling. And those people are different, okay? Those are the people who aren't so much toxic, but at the moment they are because they can't do anything for you or for themselves. But I mean, it's because they're going through something else. So definitely separate the people in your life who are toxic and the people who are non-toxic, as I would say. You know, like the people who are just going through things versus the people who are the way, you know, just that they are. And, you know, if they're toxic and going through something, the only thing you can do is just give them like the tool to get help, okay? And just leave it away from you, because you really just don't want that in your life, especially, you know, it's like the new year. And the best way I can explain this is you are the gatekeeper of your life, okay? Everyone in your life, it's like a huge party. Your life is a party right now, okay? You know, just imagine everything is a party. Everybody in your life is getting a personal invite, okay? You're personally inviting them to your life. So they show up, okay? And, you know, you're hosting a party. You meet someone new, or you have a friend, and you, like, I'm just going to use like your relationship because it's the most popular one these days. Let me tell you. You're hosting a party, you meet someone new, and you guys start dating. Okay, you bring him to your party, right? He's in the party, you know, everything is going well, everybody's there. He just takes like a giant, like basically shit in the middle of the room. It sounds funny, but get it. What happens at a party? Like a glass breaks, right? Everybody turns around. All eyes are on you now. And they're watching. And it's true. The people that we have in our life that are toxic for us, everybody else is going to notice this. They're going to probably talk to you, try to deter you. But everybody's watching. This person just shit on your life. Like literally, just took a shit. They don't care. And everybody's watching to see what you're going to do. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, we invite everybody in our lives, you know, and we don't like people's opinion, but they're invited in our life. Like when I am like in relationships, I'm super, super private because, you know, people are like, oh, why don't you want to put it on Facebook? Because I don't have to, okay? Facebook came out. We don't need to broadcast our shit, okay? We don't need to broadcast shit, you know? And the reason why I didn't want to do that is because there's still people that I'm sure that are there from like years that are just toxic people in general who have drama in their lives, who don't care. And, you know, people like to feed on people. So when you're posting negative things, you know, in your relationship, you ever go through something in your relationship and all of a sudden, boom, like everything, his ex-girlfriend, like your ex-boyfriend, everybody's just like, psh, drama, because they're invited into your life. You know, they hear about things from people. They like just infiltrate their way to destroy what you have and then walk away from it when they're done. That's like their only goal, you know? And you want to separate these people from your life, guys, because it affects everybody. It can affect your family. It'll affect you. It'll affect your friends. It'll affect your work, okay? This is because you take it everywhere you go. A good example, my ex, the one I was talking about, who was a friend for a while, I moved back home to my home state. I was at my father's house, okay? And the whole entire time, the only thing I was thinking about was him. I couldn't even enjoy the time with my dad. You know how bad I felt? And a lot of people know you guys know how this feels. You're not mentally there because right here, all you're thinking about is, I wonder what they're doing now. Oh, I can't trust them. And you shouldn't have to feel that way when you're anywhere. They're taking the attention for your family that you're only gonna like, you don't get that back, okay? Screw them. Screw the toxic people. Don't blow your family off and put more work into something that does nothing for you guys. I'm telling you, do not do it. It like, I'm still dealing with like anxiety, depression, like a lot of people, but I mean, it just really, it wears you down, guys. You become them. Your problems become their fucking problems. Excuse my language, but your problems become their problems. They rub off on you. That's why they say always surround yourself with people who want to do what you want to do, who are successful, who want success, who have a mindset, who have a goal. Stay with those people, guys, because it rubs off on you. Positivity and negativity are so freaking contagious. It is insane. Okay. Have you ever gone to like the store and you've seen like a pissed off like lady bagging your shit? She's doing everything angry. She's giving you your money angry. She's counting it angry. She's shoving everything in the goddamn bag, pissed off. You know what I mean? She's mad. She's not happy. And she's venting it towards you. So when you're done, you're like, I didn't do shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're walking away now, irritated because of them. You don't even know who this person is. You don't know them from like your knee to your elbow, guys. You don't know who they are. But it doesn't matter because now they put that bug in your head and you're pissed off. Now, their problem is somehow your problem, and you don't even know what the problem is. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's just, you're going to get irritated. You're going to be at work, and you can't focus, and it's so important, guys. Boundaries are important. Keep these boundaries. Keep these people not in your personal space because they don't deserve it until they earn it. And if they can't earn it, they can't take responsibility, then there is no use for them, okay? It affects everybody, Life's like a pancake. Everything soaks in, not a waffle. It doesn't separate, So just mixed right in with the butter. So boundaries are very important, and you give all your energy to something. And what happens? Time goes by. There's nothing left. Nothing happened. 2 years go by. You're still giving them energy. Nothing happened. Nothing got better. They said different things in a different way, in a different tone, in a different order, which is what kept us there in the first place. Oh, I'm going to change. 3 months go by, no change. Okay, you're done. You know what I mean? You just got to remember, not everybody deserves your attention, and that's just really one of the things we need to realize. It took me a long time. I broke down. I felt like I had nothing left because this person was just so toxic, and he, not even just toxicity, I came back from California, I came back to my home state. Everybody's on dope now, and when you mix addiction with a toxic person already, man, you have napalm, guys. It's gonna blow. This shit's gonna go. It's only gonna go one way, and that's always gonna be bad. It turned out he was on drugs. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. I had no idea, at all. No idea. He's really good at just hiding everything. It was insane until he got worse, which is when I noticed he had track marks, and I'm just like, what the hell? I've never had to deal with this stuff before. It's not that kind of addiction. I've dealt with alcoholism, but let me tell you, these are the worst kind, and I'm not pinpointing addicts in general. I'm just saying people like him are the worst. He could stop and quit whenever he wanted. Come to find out, the mother of his kids, he did exactly what I say toxic people do. He infiltrated their lives, got them on drugs, got them pregnant, was shooting one of them up on drugs, and it's just you don't know these things. I knew him for 12, 13 years. I never knew that, and he was so nice. He has the best etiquette. Everybody liked him, and it's just sometimes these people, they say the devil wears 3 coats. And it's true. You just can't tell sometimes. And the best thing you can do is learn from it. It's okay to go through things, guys, unless you're learning. You have to learn from this. If you're doing it and you're not learning, then you're not getting it yet. And you need to get it now before it's too late and everything is fucked up. Pardon my language. Everything's jacked. It's done. So, don't put attention to something that's not going to do anything for you, that gives you nothing, that doesn't help you, that doesn't make you feel whole. If you don't feel loved or whole, you're in the wrong place and you need to find that elsewhere. You need to find self-love from yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, I beat myself up for so long because I was like, why would I do this to myself? And then I had to really think about it. I was so innocent in the situation. I felt bad for him. He had type 1 diabetes. His mother passed away. They use these things, though. It's a trick, guys. And it seems mean, I'm saying this, but his mother did pass away, and it was a trick, okay? He used it as an excuse, not just with me, but with anyone else, mostly females, because we're good at emotionally getting sad sometimes, And that's the thing. And one day he was like, yeah, and let me just tell you, I never told anybody this before. And he's like, ah. And I'm just staring at him. And I can just see, it sounds mean, but I'm just staring at him. I said, you know what? This came from my part of my family, my cousin who I talked to about this. I needed to vent about it. And he said, yeah, me and my sister's mother died. Your aunt, He's like, why, you don't see me making up excuses, do you? And I'm just like, it kind of woke me up. I was like, wait, everybody handles everything differently, but he was getting to a really good point, and he was right. Because I said, quit making excuses for yourself. And he stops crying, smiles, guys. He starts smiling, wiped his tears. He said, you're right. Yeah. How scary is that, right? Went from crying, looked so sad. And I said one thing, because I'm like, I'm not doing this again. And he just looked up, smiled, and said, you're right. Because he knew it was a trick. He was trying to play, oh, let's take the hurt off me really quick with this emotional shit and deter you. And then when I'm done, everything is going to be your fault. Because that's how it goes. This is the game you're going to play with toxic people, guys. In a relationship especially, anything you do, they can disappear for a day or two. It doesn't matter because you did something. They're going to tell you did something. You didn't do shit. Okay? You did nothing. You probably cared too much. And that's fine. Because now you know not to do it for people like that again. But do not let them try to make you feel small, try to disrespect you, try to take value away from your life. Because they are not shit. Let me tell you right now. These people are nothing. And they do nothing. They do nothing in life. They do nothing in general, guys. Look at their track record. It's nothing but getting off the backs of everybody else and taking advantage of people. That is what they do, and stay the hell away from that. And if you see them, point them out. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're not. I'll say hi, I'll wave from across the street. It's like, I'm from Minneapolis, sorry, but it's like the snow out here, because you guys probably know we have like a long ass winter. So basically, this is what I like to say. I love the snow. Especially when I'm inside looking out the window with my coffee, waving. Like, same thing. You can like them outside from the window, waving. Just wave goodbye. You know what I mean? Be like, bye, I don't need you. So, definitely, because the same people at your party are going to stop and they're probably going to look at you. They're probably going to give you advice because, it's part of your life. They're seeing everything going on and they're like, yay, I don't think this is good for you. But when somebody does that, don't get mad at them. Don't take your frustrations out on them because you're going to want to, because you're not going to see what they're seeing. And do not ever blame them for that, because that's the thing. Sometimes when, how people say you become like nose blind to things when you're like smelling it all the time, especially like people who smoke cigarettes. So like same thing. You're just red flag blind. You know what I mean? Because you don't see the situation for what it is until you're outside looking in, because they don't have an emotional attachment. That's the difference. There's no emotional attachments to that person. They don't have anything. They have nothing against them. So they're just looking at it. They're just looking at it from what they're seeing, and take in count what they're saying to you and keep that there for later. Write it down and try to figure out, why would they think that? I've known this person for so long and they have this opinion when I think he's great. It's because they see something that you don't. It's like when my boyfriend yells when we're driving, what's wrong with this person? Why can't you drive? And I'm like, dude, it's dark out. We're in the woods. They probably see something that you don't and slow down. Remember that. Because they're in front of you right now. And you don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They might see a deer. And he did. He saw a deer. So he slowed down. And he's like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, that's the thing. Don't ever guess. Sometimes people react because they see something that you don't see. Excuse me. So my nose is so messed up right now. And, you need to change your patterns to change your lifestyle, and just change the way you think about things. Look at the people in your life right now and look at it for what it is. What do they do for you? Ask yourself, write it down, guys. Make a list. Everything is so important. It's so good to make a list. Make a list, okay? And write down, what does this person, first write down who they are, how long you've known them for, and then the pros and cons. What makes you happy that they do? And it can't, if it's every once in a blue moon, guys, then it's getting shorter, isn't it, your list? So, and what do they do for you? Do they make you happy? Do they make you feel loved? Write this down and then look at it on paper. It's going to tell you everything you need. And make a list of the negatives. Sometimes the negatives usually outweigh the positives, just naturally, because that's how we connect to things. If you mess up somebody messes up one time, we're like, oh, remember that, there could be 3-4 negatives and 50 positives, but you're going to hit the negatives because they're easy. They're easier. That's why I want to make you think right now. Make a list, write the pros and cons, Write what they do for you, what they do for your life, what they do for your family, how they make you feel. Do they make you feel whole? Are they home? Like, are they your home to you? You know, for your soul, do they speak to you? And if they don't, and if they have a better record of jacking shit up, then get them out of the way, guys. It's a new year. Okay? I've seen so many people right now. Like, there's a couple people, one in particular on my Facebook, and she's always writing, "New year, new me. Today's gonna be different." I'm not stupid. F the haters. Like, dude, like, you're always putting it like, I'm not gonna deal with this again. I don't deserve this. And then, oh, everything's good. Why are boys always like this? I'm like, dude, you're with somebody, they're on drugs. What's your problem? Because now you look kind of dumb. How embarrassing is that? On Facebook for everybody to know, everybody to see, to be invited to your party. See? There it is again. Now we're invited to her party. I can say this now because she invited me into her life. So now I'm making an observation of that. And it shows because it says so much about you. If you're willing to air your dirty laundry, why? Why do people even do that? Why do people want people to know they're in a bad point? Because those people who are bad people are watching. And you may not see them, but you'll notice when things get worse, they pop up. Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. You know? And they take advantage of that because they smell that in the air, and that's not just fear. You know, it's when you're low, they're like freaking crows. You know what I mean? You're out there, or like they're like hawks, guys. Better one. They're hawks. You're the mouse running through the desert, okay? You are running through the desert. You're vulnerable now. You're vulnerable, and they're all flying around because they're waiting because they see you. And one of them is going to strike down, and they're going to get you. And it's the same exact thing in life, guys. They are the hawks. They're waiting for that time to just pounce and like infiltrate your life and just mess everything up for you and leave you with nothing in shambles and walk away because that's their occupation. They don't have a real job. That's their job. This is what they live for. Because he always told me I'm always going to be one of those old guys that never change. That's the person. And that's the thing is I didn't really realize that. And I'm like, what, you're just cranky? Like I didn't get it at first, but I get it now. That's his purpose. His purpose is just to destroy everything because he can't be happy. He cannot. And it's the truth. He never will be. But it's not my problem anymore. You know, and I had to get him out. It hurt because I was a friend for so long. And because I got so mind tricked, you know, and you just like, you walk away and you're just like mad at yourself. Like, why did I do this? Why did I put myself in a spot again? Because, you know, we like to say people attract positive people and some people attract negative people. You want to know why? I'm one of those people who've attracted negative people too. And this is why. Because we're vulnerable. We feel strong, but there's something about us sometimes that just they can see. And they know when they see it. And they can sniff it out. That's why they keep coming into your life. You need to change whatever that is. You know, because we're always attracted to the danger zone. Danger zone. You know what I mean? Danger zone. I love Archer, guys, and I love that song, so. But, you know, like, you're in the danger zone. Like, when you're with them, danger zone, you know? Like, this is how we get ants. You'll know what that is from if you know what I'm saying. This is how we get ants. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. But, you know, just do yourself. Take care of yourself. I'm going to have a lot more weight loss videos coming up with my company. I have a lot of awesome products. And, you know, just really take care of yourself. You know, I deal with anxiety as well, like depression, stress, guys. Let me tell you, stress is just a terrible thing. And just focus. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're an awesome person. Whatever you're going through right now, you're going to be okay. Like, whenever people are in your life right now, they're not going to be there for long. If they're toxic people, they will find their way out, and you're going to help them do that, okay? Not tomorrow, not next week. Do it today. If there's someone in your life right now and you need to leave a relationship, do it for yourself. If you have kids, do it for your kids, okay? Because they're sponges. If they're little, they're sponges. They soak everything in. And you don't want them to see that this is okay and acceptable because it's not, you know. Fix your life because you can always start over with this, you know. Negative people are going to come and go. Toxic people, they're going to come and go. But only you can change them and how they affect your life by keeping them the hell out of it. You know, so if you have any, you know, like stories or anything, drop it in the comments below. I would love to see it, you know, and experiences and whatnot, you know, drop it in the comments again below. And I'd love to see them. I respond. And just have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And please, people, if you're going through something right now and you feel weak or anything, you're not. You're not weak. Having these people in your life doesn't make you weak. It just makes you susceptible to more negative people. But you can change that today by being positive, weeding the negative out your life, and just being happy like you were meant to. Because these people are temporary. Get them out. They're miserable. Remember that. The people who do this are the worst ones because they're hurting more, but they don't need you. You're not the doctor to fix them. They don't need to be fixed. You shouldn't have to fix anybody. If they can't take responsibility and change, get them gone because they're not going to do anything for you. Have a wonderful day, guys. Have a safe weekend out there and be safe. Bye.